Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Red Document Projections. Today, we'll be taking a look at the 2020 presidential election between Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden, but we're going to be focusing on what the impact of Joe Biden's running mates are going to have on the election. My name's Lucas. I have Eric here with me.
Hey guys.
Make sure you guys join the Discord, and also, if you want to, donate to our brand new Patreon. We will give a percentage of the money we make from it to charity. The rest we will be using to help develop new videos, and we have great benefits there as well. Without any further ado, let's get right into the episode. So for this video, we have handpicked four potential vice presidential nominees. We have Kamala Harris, who is a senator and former attorney general of California, Val Demings, a representative from Florida, Gretchen Whitmer, the current governor of Michigan, and last but not least, Amy Klobuchar, the senator from Minnesota. We're going to start off by, as always, laying out all the safe states that likely will have no impact by any of the candidates.
This includes Washington, Oregon, California on the West Coast, Hawaii. And for the safe Republicans in the West, we have Alaska, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, the Dakotas, Nebraska for the most part. Definitely not Kansas for safe blue.
Nope, not anytime soon.
And the South for the Republicans.
Interesting. I'm actually gonna leave these out.
Yeah, we will get to those states later.
Yeah, those are quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna use our general characterizations for this. Like, this one will be impacted. That will not. Missouri. Let's go through quickly.
New York.
We're gonna use our general characterization. So we're gonna keep New Hampshire as likely. Basically, we're just carrying over what we had from last episode. We're gonna put Pennsylvania as tilt. Actually, let's lay out the map right now. In general, what our elections are pre-Biden.
Pre-Biden VP picks.
Yes, and we will show the effects of what happened.
Yeah.
This goes to likely. Okay. Main first. Second. Actually, I'm gonna put it as likely. I think it's gonna go likely.
Yeah.
Wisconsin is a complete toss-up. Biden should be able to carry Minnesota. That's likely. Gosh, what am I doing? All right. Michigan will be lean. Actually, would you say lean or tilt?
I would say
I'd go tilt.
Yeah, I'll just go tilt too, because Donald Trump won it in 2016.
I think Ohio's likely.
Yeah.
Honestly, Iowa's safe. It's either safe or likely. I think we can pretty much characterize as being safe.
Well, again, this is before Biden's VP picks. These states will change depending on who he picks because of the location of each vice president, and they're prioritizing where to campaign.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got it out right here. Let's start by discussing Senator Kamala Harris. Eric, you want to discuss Kamala Harris?
Yeah, so Kamala Harris is the senator of California, and she's a former prosecutor. What we believe will help Biden win is the margins for Nevada will go from lean to likely. And I think as well Arizona will benefit from Kamala Harris being the pick.
Yeah, I think it will go to tilt. I think we did put Nevada as being likely anyways. I do not think that Kamala Harris will help necessarily. Maybe a tiny bit in Arizona and maybe a little bit in Nevada. But I feel like she does have a little bit of baggage from when she was the prosecutor, as Tulsi Gabbard pointed out in the debates. So I'm not sure how much she could help. I don't think she's going to help that much.
It would be very interesting. I just wanted to add one more thing. Yeah, it would be very interesting to see Kamala Harris and Joe Biden work together based on previous encounters. I just wanted to put those 2 cents in. All right, moving on.
Yeah, they do share the relationship of Beau Biden, but they did get pretty feisty in the debates.
Yep.
So as you can see, the updated numbers now are 279 to 248. I'm going to reset this back to what it was before we considered that running mate. Okay, let's do Val Demings next. Val Demings, if you don't know, is an African-American representative from the state of Florida. Obviously, it's Florida. It's very, very swinging. It's been swinging back and forth. I do think Val Demings will benefit this if she is the vice presidential nominee. I do think that it will go to toss-up. Now, Val Demings, the issue with her is that she might have a bit too much inexperience. She served as the police chief of Orlando, as well as is currently a representative, but representative is a bit inexperienced in a sense.
Yep.
I think, yeah, we haven't had, the last time we had one was 2012. Paul Ryan was chosen as representative. But yeah, I do think inexperience might be an issue for her. If Val Demings is chosen as an African-American, she could bring up more votes in the South. I think Georgia moves to a lean margin. Alabama, Mississippi, these two states have large African-American populations. These two states will also move more towards the direction of Biden, but of course, these are the South. I don't think that what's his name? Donald Trump will carry these states. Let's reset this back again. Oops, I didn't take a look at the numbers, but the numbers after that is an inconclusive result, 268 to 219. Now we're going to reset this. And now let's head to the state of Minnesota. This is Amy Klobuchar's state. She's a pretty popular senator, as well as being pretty well known thanks to the 2020 presidential election. She was a candidate, moderate. I think Amy Klobuchar will benefit quite a few states in the blue wall. Minnesota definitely, I think, in my opinion, although it's going to be borderline between likely and safe, I do think that I'm leaning slightly towards the safe column if Amy Klobuchar is chosen, because I do think that it will greatly benefit her. What do you think about that, Eric?
I think so too. So as we know, Donald Trump did take most of the blue wall in 2016. We think this because Hillary Clinton didn't campaign there. If Joe Biden picks a VP candidate from this area, they will definitely try to prioritize this area because it is such a deciding factor in the election overall. So if Biden picks Klobuchar, Minnesota, as is already, will benefit, and probably Wisconsin and Michigan, their margins will also improve.
I definitely agree. I think something like that would make sense to me, because in my opinion, if Amy Klobuchar is selected, she'll have almost no issues going there and campaigning and actually visiting the states, unlike Hillary Clinton did. So now it's 278. Yep.
On a separate side note, Joe Biden is only picking a woman for the vice presidential nomination because he thinks that this will benefit and bring out different demographic of voters of women, which can help which can boost his votes.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I do think he will bring out those voters if he chooses Amy Klobuchar. 278 to 248 now. Let's reset once again. For our final candidate today, it is... Did I say Till? I think I said Till for this, right? All right. Gretchen Whitmer, Governor Gretchen Whitmer. We did hear some feedback about that Gretchen Whitmer isn't doing that well of a job as governor, that her approval rating might not be doing that well. I did look at everything. It does look like her popularity is gaining, and not only that, but President Trump does seem to be losing some popularity after he claimed to be man of Michigan, I believe. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, I do think that that might be an issue to him. I mean, maybe, but like, if you think about it, this is happening now, and November is pretty far away. Maybe people don't remember it then. So maybe it'll have a slight impact, but not that much. So in my opinion, Michigan, it's either lean or likely, but if Gretchen Whitmer is chosen as the vice presidential nominee, in my opinion, Michigan moves to a lean. It is between lean and likely. I would debate on that, but I do lean towards the lean side on that.
I think essentially that Klobuchar and Whitmer have the same impact based on their
Hmm.
location wise because they're in within the blue wall. So
Hmm.
either one of them would definitely swing the votes more to the Democratic margin.
I'm going to actually make an interesting prediction here. I think Ohio might actually also turn a bit less red. I
Hmm.
think Ohio might turn to a lean state because it is pretty close to Michigan, her home state, and she can probably easily go there to campaign. Eric, you want to talk about Wisconsin?
Yeah, so Wisconsin is in the blue wall. Donald Trump won it in 2016, and because Whitmer and Klobuchar are potential VP picks, this could swing Wisconsin more to the
Hmm.
Democratic side. So instead of being a tilt state, it might become a lean state.
Interesting. I think right now we do have it as a toss up. I would personally say it goes from toss up to tilty.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Ah, yeah.
um, yeah, I think that Wisconsin is actually the state that Donald Trump has the best chance to win in. Michigan, I mean, state of the blue wall. Michigan, I think that there's a pretty high chance that this one does go to um, Joe Biden. Pennsylvania, it's back and forth, but Pennsylvania and Wisconsin are neck and neck in which one do you think can go back. But I do think Wisconsin, he does have the highest chance of taking back. I mean, retaining. So, in my opinion, will it have an impact? Yes, but it's going to be very, very small. I think it does move to a tilt, although it's still really anyone's race. And once again, 248 to 278. I think we've seen this number 3 times in this episode
Yep.
now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very interesting to look at right now. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. And if you want more of this content, please hit the subscribe button. We'll see you in our next episode tomorrow.
See ya.